All right. Shalom Yashala. Call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Waharakak Wadash Barakathum. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam pushing this truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwath out there listening. I came across this video which was going into giants and the whole the misconception that's been put out there when you see the term giants in the Holy Scriptures. That term giants actually in the Lashawan Kodash is Nephal, which is Nephilim, which means to fall away, right? And it's been misconstrued, for the most part, but it's continued to be brought out like that because it's not a level of clarity, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, there is a level of clarity, and that's through the spirit when these things are broken down properly and doing your due diligence, to research. Brothers have gone over this and have broken it down verbatim on what each word, means, and just a beautiful understanding. And but when you get a hold of what I'm about to play, I'm gonna let 2 minutes of this video play. You will think, oh yeah, well, when you see giants or Nephilim, it's talking about huge people, which in a sense it is, but it's more so like in stature and in spirit and renown, which I'll further read, because I'll read verse Salakia. I will read Genesis chapter 6, 1-4. Then his commentary that breaks it down is very cut and dry, straight to the point. And I'll also get some other scriptures. But I just want y'all to bear with me through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. I'm going to let about 2 minutes of this play, then I'll get to the scriptures.
The idea that giant bones were actually found in a cave in Nevada may sound far-fetched to some. But the truth is that there were many such discoveries reported during the Wild West.
In the southwestern United States, there's several very strange stories of these dead corpses or skeletons being found regularly. In terms of the reports of giants, this is a compelling motif. People were fascinated by this idea of a giant race that had lived here previously. And this connects to a lot of biblical belief that tended to be fairly literal back in the day. And the Bible talks about back when there was a race of giants that lived among the earth. And so for many people in the Wild West, when you see some skeletons dug out of the earth that seem to corroborate this was an affirmation of literal biblical beliefs as well.
Is it really possible that a race of giants once inhabited the Old West, as the numerous discoveries reported throughout the 1800s suggest? And if so, was evidence of these giants recovered in Lovelock Cave? Perhaps a clue can be found by examining the history of the indigenous Paiute people who have inhabited the Nevada desert for centuries.
A woman named Sarah Winnemucca, who was a descendant of Chief Winnemucca of the Paiutes, wrote a book in the 1800s and recounted her people's battle with this race of giants, the Sitika. Now, what's fascinating about this is that she says that it was an actual battle, not part of tribal lore or mythology, but something that actually occurred. The Sitika were red-haired and lived in the mountains near the Paiute Nation.
Now, the beautiful, it's about like 3 more minutes. It really has nothing to do with the scriptures, but I wanted to play that because the beautiful part about that, there it is. You had the Northern Kingdom, the Northern Kingdom, because also when they came over here, our people had lost our, not lost, but more so had fell away from Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, I'll say. So I think that was a pop part of the video, just to show that it was a, Northern Kingdom involved. But as you can see at the top part of this Genesis 6, it says the wickedness of mankind. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. And the commentary is, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, the daughters were born unto them. When men began to multiply, it was not at this time that men began to multiply, but the inspired penman speaks now of a fact which had taken place long before, as there is a distinction made here between men and those called the sons of God. Yeah, you got sons of men and sons of God and the sons of wicked. Okay, the sons of men are men of other nations. Sons of God, those chosen line of Israelites. Okay, weren't known as Israelites then, but then you had the seed of the wicked. I'll continue reading. It is generally supposed that the immediate posterity of Cain and that of Seth are intended. The first were mere men such as fallen nature. That and we'll continue on down to read to get that fallen nature part. Such as fallen nature may produce degenerate sons of a degenerate father, governed by the desire of the flesh, the desire of the eye, and the pride of life. The others were sons of God, not angels, as some have dreamed, but such as were, according to our Lord's doctrine, born again, born from above. Okay. It's cold, man. This is a cold, breakdown through the spirit. Okay. These scholars know this. Okay. Now we learned this through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua from sitting at our apostles and elders' feet. You know what I'm saying? Sitting at their tutelage, man, and getting as much as we can, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. And they got the precepts right there, as you can see. Okay. John 3:3, John 3:5, John 3:6, etc., and made children of the Most High by the influence of the Holy Spirit, Galatians 5:6. The former were apostates from the true religion. The latter were those among whom it was preserved and cultivated. Dr. Wall supposes that the first verses of this chapter should be paraphrased thus: when men began to multiply on the earth, the chief men took wives of all the handsome, poor women they chose. They were tyrants, the earth in those days, and also after the antediluvian days, powerful men had unlawful connections with the inferior women, and the children which sprang from the illicit commerce were the renowned heroes of antiquity, and of whom the heathens made their gods. Okay, and it showed earlier the wickedness of mankind, right? Verse 2, that the sons of the Most High saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. That the sons of the Most High saw daughters of the men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. Verse 3, and Yahweh said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. And Yahweh said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. My spirit shall not always strive. It is only by the influence of the Spirit of the Most High that the carnal mind can be subdued and destroyed. But those who willfully resist and grieve that spirit must be ultimately left to the hardness and blindness of their own hearts. And that's judgment. That's why we in captivity now. If they do not repent and turn to the Most High delights in mercy, and therefore a gracious warning is given. Even at this time, the earth was ripe for destruction, but the Most High promised them 120 years respite If they repented in that interim, well, if not, they should be destroyed by a flood. See the note on Genesis 6 and 5. So they're breaking this down, man. Of course, through the spirit, we know, you may catch some bones here and there, but hey, it's a very it's it's a clear understanding, I shall say. Okay, verse 4. There were giants, here we go, in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of the Most High came unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. Okay, we're going to see what that word giants is, right? There were giants in the earth those days, and also after that, when the sons of the Most High came unto the daughters of men, and they bare children and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. There were giants in the earth, Nephilim from Nephal. He fell, fallen away, apostates. You know how it's stated earlier, and it states it again. Those who had apostatized or fallen from the true religion, which is what? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. The lost, the more so at this time, more so it's slipping my mind, Salakia. More so oral law, Salakia. Yeah, the oral law, things being passed down orally. Okay, those who had apostatized or fallen from the true religion, the Septuagint translate the original word ayavites, Salakia, ayavetes, which literally signifies earthborn, and which we, following them, term giants without having any reference to the meaning of the word, which we generally conceive to signify persons of enormous stature. But the word, when properly understood, makes a very just distinction between the sons of men and the sons of the Most High. There it is right there, man. Okay, those were the Nephilim, the fallen earthborn men with the animal and devilish mind. These were the sons of the Most High, who were born from above, children of the kingdom, because the children of Most High, hence we may suppose, originated the different appellatives given to sinners and saints. The former were termed ayetes, I believe that's the word, Salakia, because I know the Septuagint, the Vulgate, Salakia, earthborn, and the latter saints, persons not of the earth or separated from the earth. I'll continue reading. The same became mighty men, men of renown, Gabarium, which we render mighty men signifies properly conquers heroes. From Gabar, he prevailed, was victorious, and Ayashim, men of the name, the Septuagint, the same as we render men of renown, Manati, twice named, as the word implies having one name which they derived from their fathers, and another which acquired by their daring exploits and enterprises. Okay, going super, man, it's going, they're going in, man. It's very, Abaratazah is being made, very clear. Okay, that term Nephilim, when they see the word, when people think of the word Nephilim, that video was a prime example of, okay, that's the giants that Genesis 6 was talking about. No, it was those who fell in away from the grace of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, those who've gone off. Okay, and it stated that. I'll go back to that. Nephal, he fell. Those who had apostatized or fallen from the true religion. Okay? And what's that true religion, man? The true religion is to what? To revere Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay? To recognize the Lord, man. And that's your pie, man. And it's a very clear distinction, you know. You got sons of men, men of other nations, border of wickedness, which is the sons of the wicked. Then you have sons of the Most High, okay? Which the Israelites are the sons of the Most High, okay? Let me get a couple more scriptures. I believe it's 27. Oh yeah. This is Baruch chapter 3, verse 27. Those did not the Most High choose, neither gave the way of knowledge unto them, but they were destroyed. Oh, Salakia, let me start at verse 26. I apologize. Verse 26. There were the giants famous from the beginning, that were of so great stature and so expert in war. Those did not the Lord choose, neither gave he the way of knowledge unto them. Okay. Remember when you read down in Genesis 6, it says what? The Lord was grieved that he even made man. Verse 28, but they were destroyed because they had no wisdom and perished through their own foolishness. Okay. Let me get this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 16, verse 7. He was not pacified toward the old giants who fell away in the strength of their foolishness. Okay. Nafal. Okay. Those who fell from the grace of the Most High, man. Okay. You fell from the grace. You fell from that. Okay. And matter of fact, let me get that. In Hosea chapter 1, verse 9. Then said the Most High, call his name Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. Okay. So Jake was, our people was going off to the point where the Lord like, man, nah, bro. For you and not, I ain't even rocking with y'all like that, man. So says, scriptures, man. It's a clear distinction being made, okay, of who the Nephilim were, those who are falling away from it. It wasn't no just no big ass people. Now granted, we were larger, okay. The flood hadn't happened yet, so we were larger in stature, but of course, just renown, having that that in a sense somewhat of a that rep about you, through the spirit, believe I wanted to get well, let me make sure I finished off on Ecclesiasticus. Bear me Bible Shah 16 verse 7. Okay, yeah, I finished that. Okay. Believe I want to go to wisdom. Snap, let me see. Bear me Bible Shah. Let me see. Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 6. For in the old time also, when the proud giants perished, the hope of the world governed by the hand escaped in a weak vessel and left to all ages a seed of generation. Okay? So that pretty much clears up the whole misconception of the giants. That's the first thing in that video they went to, probably at the 2-minute mark, I believe I started at. I believe the whole video is like 6 minutes and 49 seconds. I actually seen the clip on World Star Hip Hop, but more than likely you could find it on YouTube or any, possibly Rumble or any other platform that y'all may want to look that video up on. But it's a clear distinction of who the sons of men are. Okay, the son and the sons of God, the sons of the Most High, which are Israelites. Okay, and then the Nephilim, what the fallen ones, those who fell short. That's also talking about us because we fell away from the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Okay, it said in the top of that in Genesis 6, start at verse 1, the wickedness of mankind. Okay, it clearly said that. Okay, verse 4, there were giants in the earth in those days. Okay, Nephilim, those who had fallen away. But Abu Ratazah, the point's been made. There's clarity. Any misconception of that, the giants and that Genesis 6, and then also any other scriptures that I brought out, through the Spirit, it was Abu Ratazah was edifying. So once again, call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Waharakak Wadash Barakathum. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwat out there listening. Shalom.